I feel like if you were building a relationship with them, like you want to know what's happening. How long has it been happening? And you just establish that rapport with them instead of immediately selling them into something, then you're making them feel heard. If they call in and they're like, hey, yeah, I want a maintenance done. Let's get you scheduled and set up for that. No, we're not going to do that. So we're going to walk them through. Well, what kind of services are you looking for? Are you looking for one time, or are you looking more for preventative?
Process on a call. Take me through the process on a call.
We have our service system. Mm-hmm. So there's 8 different steps.
When you say as a call center agent, okay, 8 steps.
Our call center agents, our technicians, our sales, we know what we need to do in order. Now, we are able to mix that up a little bit depending on, how we want to do it. So I don't offer on a call just one time. After I get all of their information and I go click save in Service Titan, I'm already asking them who they use to do their maintenance. It doesn't matter what. Now, if it's a different trade, then it's like, okay, well, who do you use for your plumbing? And if they say nobody, well, then who do you use for your HVAC maintenance? I don't have that done either. Well, we offer this program that can help you with those 2 trades plus electrical as well. And so if they're like, okay, and we just move on to the next thing, and then I'll, get ready to schedule their appointment. And then by the time I get at the end of Service Titan, because after I have already saved the appointment, I go in and just, refresh. I make sure that their address is correct, their time, their dates, all of that, verify all of their demographics again. And then I'm like, okay, well, just know that, if you do decide that you want to do this service plan, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. And when you call me back, I will go ahead and set up your maintenance appointment as well. Mm-hmm. So then they're getting this immediate issue resolved, but then they have something to look forward to also. So.
Yeah, that's great. And so I understand the benefits that come with the maintenance program at Morris Jenkins. It's a monthly plan, mm-hmm. correct? It's, I think you were telling me that the number's $19.95 a month, correct?
Yes.
And what are some of the other benefits that come with it? Just so
what's your go-to that you talk about when you're selling it to members or to clients?
So it depends on what it is. So back at the beginning, I mentioned Val. She always told me, hit where the pain is. What is happening that they need help with now? So you circle it around that. Like, oh, okay, you have a clogged drain. Okay, well, we can get out there and we can clear that for you. And just so you know, whenever I'm going through my pitch with them, it does offer the twice-a-year service of your HVAC. You do get unlimited drain cabling within 75 feet with proper access at no cost all throughout the year. But then you also get extra added benefits on any repairs with an extended warranty if anything is needed.
See, I can tell you've got your reps in the way you perfectly reeled that off.
Yeah. Just a little bit. I only mention it a couple times a day.
That whole proper access line, I was like, I trip over that every time. That was so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if you have a client give me another one where you would do what Val was saying, where hit where the pain is. Give me another example.
They have no AC.
Okay.
So what from our maintenance plan is going to help them with no AC today? Well, the fact that they're already getting their preventative maintenance, so they're getting their diagnostics every 6 months with their cleanings, and we inspect their ductwork. Well, then outside of that, they get their discounts on diagnostics and repairs with a 2-year warranty on the repair, but then they have all of these other benefits they have access to as well. Mm-hmm. So the pain is the reason they're calling.
And so you're building the whole maintenance story, the maintenance pitch, as you called it, mm-hmm. around what is the pain the client's experiencing. In that case, would you talk about priority service?
You do. So here recently, especially with the weather we've had this week, we never want to say, well, if you sign up today, we're going to get you ahead of everyone else, because that's not fair to the customers we have already that are under our maintenance plan. So for that particular instance, I don't like saying it, because then they can sign up, get their discount, and then just cancel. And so that's all they used us for, was just their discounts. Whereas if they are calling in and they have an issue and you tell them how to prevent the issue from happening moving forward, then the discounts don't matter at that point, because they're having a flood in their attic because their safety switch isn't working, or because they don't have one and they just need us out there because the unit's done produced a gallon of water an hour. So it's how can they prevent the negative thing that they have going on?
It's great. So you just answered the question that I had next, which is how do you bring up the maintenance program? And what you're telling me is figure out the pain the client is having and build your maintenance pitch around that, whatever the benefit is in the maintenance program. Pretty simple.
Yeah. It is. Well, it used to not be.
Yeah.
So we had this book that I'm sure we still have around Morris Jenkins somewhere in the contact center. And it was the what, the why, and the how. So what is happening? Why is it happening? And how can we help it to not happen again? And so you have to say, like, you have to fill it out. And then there was the other one, and it was pitch perfect. And it was, you had to have a pitch for each season. And we wanted to know, who has the best pitch, or what can you take from each one? And the very first thing I thought of, well, do they have a heat pump, a gas furnace, or a gas pack? Because those are all different pitches.
Right.
So it's, a lot of tools that we have around here.
That's a very important skill for a call center agent that I think is tough. It's a fluid pitch, right? You have to be fluid with what the client wants. And that's something that you're probably world class at. Heather, is being fluid with what the client needs and being able to adjust what you're saying and how you're approaching based on the client.
Well, thank you. It's taken a lot of time to perfect it, but I just feel like if you stumble on your words, then you don't come off as like confident. And, something I've always heard is if someone picks up on someone not being confident, then they're going to pick it apart. And so it, instead of is looked at as we're helping them, it's what are you selling me?
One of the things that Morris Jenkins does, which I would even call it their secret sauce, is their ability to build relationships with their clients. And I've heard it explained the relational client versus the transactional client. We do well at Morris Jenkins with the relational client. First off, what does that mean, and how does that apply to you in the call center when you're taking a call with a client?
So I feel like if you were building a relationship with them, like you want to know what's happening. How long has it been happening? And you just establish that rapport with them instead of immediately selling them into something, then you're making them feel heard. Like you're building that relationship. You want to know, what's going on because you want to help them. Anything else outside of that is just extra. So if they call in and they're like, hey, I want a maintenance done. It's like, okay, great. We offer this maintenance plan that will provide that for you. And let's get you scheduled and set up for that. Well, no, we're not going to do that. So we're going to walk them through. Well, what kind of services are you looking for? Are you looking for a one-time, or are you looking more for preventative? Because we do offer one-time service, but you do get a more beneficial experience with our maintenance plan. And that gives them the opportunity to then tell you what they're looking for. Again, you base that off of what they tell you. Okay, you want a one-time service? Let me tell you the two things that we offer. And if you're going to spend $129 on a one-time visit, you'd be better off getting our maintenance plan, because then you're paying less and you're getting more for your money.
Mm-hmm. I like
So
that.
it's like-
$129.
Mm-hmm.
$129 for a one-time service,
Mhm.
or the maintenance plan at $19.95.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of, and do you ever run specials throughout the year? Like a maintenance, a tune-up is $69 or $79, et cetera. If you really need calls, will you do that?
We do. So we have our basic service that is $89. And that's what we tell them. You know, we offer a wonderful service. It is our basic entry level visit, a great visit. But depending on what you're looking for, this may or not be what you're looking for. So just tell me what you're wanting to have done.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can then give them a very honest description of what that covers and be like, okay, so if you're wanting like the full maintenance with a diagnostic, let me tell you about this other one that may be what you're looking for.
Okay.
So just allowing them to move that conversation around helps out a lot too.
And your $89 basic service, is that really like almost like a safety inspection?
Yeah.
Pretty basic. And so you could run a special on a safety inspection even beyond the 89 if you want. I don't want to put words into your mouth, but it would seem that you can, but you don't want to really discount your maintenance call. Is that what I'm hearing? You don't necessarily discount the 129?
We don't.
Yeah, because I could see how if you don't discount the 129, that puts a lot more value with the client to buy the 1995, because it's almost the same price, probably a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Mark Cagle, who is our HVAC director, when I started, there was someone that called in and they were like, oh, you guys are so expensive. And Mark looked at me and he was like, we're not that expensive. It's not that we're more expensive, it's that we don't charge enough. So like because they'll be like, oh, well, some companies are only charging $69. They are. But what are you getting for the $69 and what experience are you going to have?
Right.
Because that's another thing that we've always gone over, was experience over expense.
Mm.
Do they care about saving money, or do they care about the money they're spending for the experience? Because I can go to Carowinds down the street from us, or I can go to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to get a much better experience at Disney World? Absolutely. And I get to see Mickey Mouse. I don't get to see that at Carowinds down the street.